Let me tell you about my boat. Today I'm going to talk to you about our experiences with creating hundreds of hours of video content with the Nikon Z6 and a variety of lenses. Over the past 9 weeks of this show, everything you've seen has been shot on the Nikon Z6. Primarily, Tim has been using the 24-70 f4, which is the lens that comes with the Nikon Z6 kit. We shoot everything at 1080p at 60 frames a second, but this camera also does 4K non-cropped at 30 frames a second or 24, whatever you'd prefer. It can also shoot 120 frames a second at HD to capture my phone falling out of my pocket, not on the ground. The Nikon Z6 is the best video camera that Nikon makes right now. The body itself is fantastic, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the lenses because they're what really helped make the Z series amazing as an entire unit. We shoot all of the lenses wide open pretty much all of the time. The autofocus with the new 3.0 firmware works really, really well. And inside the Z series body, you can speed up the autofocus sensitivity and speed to make things a little snappier, I guess. We found that worked for us, but you can experiment along with it and see if it works for you. Ergonomically, I really do love this camera. I can easily spend an entire day with it, and it just feels like an extension of my hands. Button placement makes sense, and there are just enough customizable function buttons to set up exactly how you'd like for video production. The Z6 uses an XQD card, which means at the end of the day, loading off your footage is significantly faster than SD cards. You can also load your footage off onto a computer through USB, as well as charge your camera entirely on USB-C. I honestly never thought that it would be the way that I'd charge a camera, but it's quite convenient, especially when traveling. The video image quality is what really sets this camera apart for me. All of the colors straight out of camera are exactly as I want them, and I can change the color profiles up a little bit if I'm after something more specific, but it's something that I've always loved about Nikon cameras. We shoot for the final look in camera rather than a flat profile, and the LCD and EVF show me exactly what that's going to look like when I get back to a computer. The Embody Stabilization saves us from bringing stabilizers around, and we don't really do a whole lot of moving shots, and the stabilization when we're standing still or panning or moving slightly always performs exactly as we would like. The body feels solid, and like all Nikon products will last many, many years. And speaking of that, if you're interested in using any of the old Nikon F-mount lenses, you can mount them to the Z6 or Z7 through the FTZ adapter, which actually allows you to use the Embody Stabilization, so non-stabilized lenses are now all of a sudden stabilized. I want to close this video off by saying the craziest feature. So now as an optional upgrade, you can do ProRes RAW footage with firmware 3.0 using an Atomos external recorder on either the Nikon Z6 or the Z7. It's a crazy, incredible update, and you can do 12-bit ProRes RAW, which means you're never going to find the limit of what this camera can do for you, and it's never going to limit your creativity. If you're interested in picking one up, there are links in the description below. And if you have not yet seen this week's episode of the show, we're in Santorini, and check that out. There's a thing up on the screen right now that you can click to, or you can find the link in the description.